And welcome to a bonus edition of Locker Talk. I'm Blaine Weyland, joined with Bruins defenseman Connor Milligan and Tyler Poskus. Guys, coming up this weekend, big road trip for you guys, the first of the season. You guys go up north to Nipawin, La Ronge, and Humboldt. What's it like, going up this early in the season up north away from Estevan for 3 games and 3 nights?
Well, it gets the team together quick, and I think it gets the rookies right into the stuff right away. You're going up to some of the more intimidating rinks in the SJ and the Orange there, and I think you'll get a lot of guys kind of right into junior hockey right away without hesitating.
Yeah, it's a good measuring stick too to see what the teams in the north are like, and to play 3 of them right away is a good. It'll be good for us to measure where we are with them.
How big of a benefit is it to have a full roster and then some with the guys you got right now? Because all my years of going on these 3-game road trips, it doesn't happen too often where the same guys that play Friday play on Sunday, and usually there's always a couple guys that go out with injuries with 3 games or 3 nights. How big of a boost is that to have that many more players on your roster for this trip?
Well, it's huge, and I mean, especially with this year's team where every guy's close and everyone's comfortable playing with everyone. So I mean, you go up to a place like La Ronge with smaller rinks, and it is kind of a more bruising type of game. You're in small quarters, so I think it is a huge advantage.
Yeah, it'll be huge to get lots of the guys in there too, and of course, some things are going to happen. Things are going to get injured, and people are going to get tired, and we have those guys to replace them, so that'll be good.
I guess, Tyler, you're facing your old team in the Nipawin Hawks. I know it's you played a couple of games against them last year, but what's it like going back up to Nipawin this year?
Yeah, that's always a big game for me, is to play the old boys, and the old billets will be in the stands. But yeah, I really look forward to those games, and I try to bring my best for those ones. And
it seemed like last year, obviously, I'm sure it helped with the fact of you. And as well, Tyler Pazlowski being traded to Estevan. But it seemed like those games last year against Nipawin were some of the chippiest games of the year. It really seemed like you guys were divisional rivals instead of playing outside the conference. Playing 4 times, it seemed like every game there was a lot of edge to the game, and there were really physical games and a lot of motion in those games. And as I mentioned, the trade. But is there any other particular reason why that was last year? Why there was such a rivalry between the Bruins and the Hawks?
I think it's just 2 competitive teams with a lot of young guys on both teams. We were trying to prove ourselves to each other, and definitely me and Paz being traded, and they had guys from the Bruins before, and that definitely added some oomph to the game and made it a lot chippier. And I think, but it's just really just 2 fast, hard-playing teams against each other.
Yeah, just like you said, a rivalry kind of came out of nowhere really with that one, and I hope it does carry into this year because it's entertaining hockey to play and I think to watch too. So, I mean, I think a lot of guys over there aren't fans of us, and there's a lot of guys in our room that aren't fans of them. So hopefully it is a chippier game, and it's a good one to watch.
Of course, the Bruins or I should say the Hawks that were Bruins were Ryan Ostertag and Jesse Bernard. What's kind of the focus when you go on that 3-game road trip? Is it just simply Friday night, win that game, and then you carry it on to Saturday night? Is it really easy just to focus on one game, or is it kind of hard not thinking about, okay, you got those 3 games in 3 nights?
I think we just look at it as you're playing one at a time, right? You get the first one out of the way, and hopefully get the win, get the ball rolling, and then rest is key on a road trip. Replenishing your fluids and staying healthy throughout the whole thing. So I mean, if you focus on the 3rd game, your mind kind of gets away from the game you're playing in right there. So we tend not to do that.
Yeah, I think a few days before you're kind of looking at the general thing, and it'd be great to have 6 points this weekend. But once you get on the road for that first game, you're only thinking about that game, and for the whole weekend, you're just focusing on the game that night.
Let me ask you guys, been with the Bruins since bid last season, got to go to most of the rinks last year on the road. What's your favorite place to stay in? And maybe not necessarily, on this, but maybe like in the hotel and everything, the trip and that. What's your favorite place to go travel in terms of, traveling the Bruins?
Probably best hotel I liked was Kindersley. After post-game meals were pretty good. I don't know, but I mean, anywhere, hotel's a hotel for us, but I mean, there's a lot of fun rinks to play in out there. I mean, traveling's traveling, but yeah, that's probably the one I would say.
I like the Prospector Inn in Creighton there. I think the boys had a lot of fun there. We had that weekend against Flin Flon, and it's just fun being up north and just being so secluded like that. I thought it was a good time.
Oh, if Jerry would see that you said Creighton and he see me there, he would have a good chuckle right now. That's all I'm going to say about that. Actually, my favorite one, we never did go there last year, but we stayed in Poskus there in Elkridge. That was great. I also like Balfour too, but they got a casino. What can I say? The gambling part of me inside just gets all over. All right, guys. Well, of course, best of luck this weekend, and looking forward to seeing you guys on the ice this year.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that's a bonus edition of Locker Talk. I'm Blaine Weyland.